It is middle of summer and you should be harvesting cucumbers and summer squashes. If you're not, chances are you're seeing lots of flowers on these vines, but no cucumber or squash. Or your cucumbers and squash baby fruits are turning yellow and brown and falling off. Today, we will solve all these problems and I will give you bonus tips on how to keep cucumbers from getting bitter. And if squirrels are stealing your cucumbers, what you can do to prevent it. I have this beautiful cucumber vine here, and it has lots of flowers on it. There are even many bees visiting it. Look at this bee. It visited this flower to collect pollens. But when it moved to this other flower, it didn't even step inside it. It is important that the bee steps inside this particular flower because this is a female flower. See how there is a baby cucumber at the base of this flower. All Cucurbita family vines, which includes all cucumbers and squashes, make female flowers and male flowers. Look at this squash plant. I can see a baby squash already, and the flower on top of it is a female flower. The bees love to visit male flowers because they are full of pollen. When they do so, a lot of pollen sticks to their body. If the bee lands on a female flower after this, it will carry the pollens to female, which is very important to make a cucumber or a squash. This is called as pollination. If pollination doesn't happen, the baby cucumber or squash turns yellow or brown and drops from the vine. There is another reason why they drop, and I will share it soon. But how to fix the pollination problem first? Most of the times, bees and other pollinator bugs are very efficient in pollination. For example, the first bee didn't step inside the female cucumber flower. However, a few minutes later, another smaller bumblebee spent a lot of time on the female flower, and you can see it is carrying a lot of pollen. If you see a lot of female flowers dropping from the vine, do hand pollination. It is very simple. You pick up male flower, remove petals from it, and dab the pollens in the center of female flower. These vines make way more male flowers, and they are the first ones to bloom on the vine. Every morning you will find dozens of new male flowers. Pick a fresh one to hand pollinate instead of using an older one. So, how would you know if your hand pollination worked? Here is another female cucumber flower. You can see how small and thin the cucumber is. Compare it to this one. I hand pollinated it yesterday, and you can see it is slightly bigger in size than the one that opened only today. If the hand pollination succeeds, the cucumber and squashes start growing in size very fast, and this is your cue that hand pollination has worked. But what if you have too many vines? You can't go and hand pollinate everything. You can see I have these marigolds growing right next to this cucumber. Red, yellow, white, and orange color attracts many pollinators. Adding pollinator-friendly flowers in your garden will attract more pollinators, and you won't have to hand pollinate because they will do this job for you. There is a third possibility that you have no female flower growing and the vine is full of male flowers or no flower at all. You can add a fistful of organic fertilizer, high in potassium and phosphorus, and it will encourage the vine to make both types of flowers. You can do all of this and still have female flowers dropping from the vine. A plant's first priority is to survive. Second priority is to propagate. When there is lack of water, plants drop the fruit because it simply cannot sustain and support the fruit growth. Cucumber and squash plants need at least 1 inch of water every week. For containers, I use Ola spikes because they provide constant supply of water. I will link these in description. I have also added a tray at the bottom to provide additional water on very hot days when temperatures go above 95 degrees Fahrenheit. You can use a soaker hose for raised beds to give regular watering to the cucumber plants. But when it is really hot, lack of water turns the cucumber bitter. I use these drip spikes in addition to soaker hose. I fill it and let it drip at the base of the cucumber plant. The small bottle lasts about a day and a half. I don't refill it as soon as it runs out of water. I usually wait about a day before I refill, because too much water is not good either. It can waterlog the plant and cause root rot or other diseases. so try to achieve a balance. You must have noticed these white bags on these vines. We have a lot of squirrels and they steal a lot of cucumber and tomatoes. So as soon as I notice a pollinated cucumber, I cover it with these lightweight muslin bags. These are breathable and I can see without opening it if the fruit has grown enough in size or if the tomato has changed color. The squirrel cannot see it though and leaves it alone. I will link these bags in description as well. Watering plants the correct way and growing flowers can solve a lot of vegetable production issues in any garden. I'm linking on screen the best way to water plants and perennial flowers to grow in garden. Check out these videos next. Thanks for watching and don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. Even a simple like helps this channel a lot. A comment would be even better.